Good evening. I'm student meteorologist Jonathan Murray with the Penn State Campus Weather Service, and I'm here with student meteorologist Jonathan Domo, also of the Penn State Campus Weather Service, and we're here to bring you some severe weather coverage as the severe weather outbreaks threatens much of the Midwest. Jonathan, what are your thoughts currently?
Absolutely. We are here to give you the latest on that severe weather risk. There's actually already some convective initiation in parts of western Texas, but first, let's take a look at what we were given from the Storm Prediction Center in terms of risk. Here is their latest thunderstorm outlook, and just to break down the color scheming here, this lighter green is denoting a risk of thunderstorms, not necessarily severe. Now, this darker green is indicating a 1 out of 5 severe thunderstorm risk, and then as we head in closer, it gets a little bit more confined here in this yellow. This is a 2 out of 5, and here in this orange, this is a 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for severe thunderstorm. And we can even further look at risks here with this tornado outlook right here. This is a 2% chance here in this larger dark green zone. This is a 2% chance for some tornadoes. And in here in this brownish area, this is a 5% risk for tornadoes. That condenses even smaller into this yellow 10% chance of tornadoes forming from these severe thunderstorms. And now here's the strong wind outlook. It is right now a 5% here in this large dark brown section here. It's stretching all the way up from parts of Missouri and Iowa all the way down to the Mexican border with Texas. You can even say that there's some swaths of that 10% along Kentucky, Southern Ohio, and West Virginia here, but we're really focused on this yellow 15% coming down from Wichita down to the Oklahoma and Texas border. Now, here's the large hail outlook right now. We still have that 5% stretching. It's kind of mimicking where that strong wind is right here in that yellow 10% and this red 30% chance of severe damaging large hail. You're going to want to take note of that if you are out there in this part of Texas. Now, here's a look at the satellite radar where you can see that convection beginning to pop off in parts of western Texas around Midland, Texas. You can see that there's no clear defined line of storms just yet, but as the night progresses on, we'll see those storms begin to form more rapidly. Here as we end off Thursday, this is around 8 p.m., you can see there are some clear cells of convection and thunderstorms beginning to initiate along the Oklahoma and Texas border, as well as deep into parts of western and northwestern Texas. And then as the night continues around 10:30 tonight, that is when those storms will grow larger, and that's when the biggest hail and wind and tornado threat begins to be present. This is going to be a mostly nocturnal storm. It's very dangerous, especially when tornadoes form. They're not very visible, especially if they are wrapped in rain here. You can see it starts to linearize into one big system in parts of central and western Oklahoma, and that will continue to move up north over the Kansas border through the end of Thursday and into the beginning of Friday. And now we will throw it off to Filippo Formica with tomorrow and Saturday's outlook.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. We have another level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk in place for areas of the central United States on Friday, denoted in this orange color here. This includes Kansas City and areas of northwestern Arkansas, western Missouri, eastern Kansas, and eastern Oklahoma, but not the only risk that we have in place for the day on Friday. In yellow here is our level 2 out of 5 slight risk across much of the central plains and into areas of the Great Lakes region, even another slight risk there across areas of western Texas. But this does have the high-end potential for a tornado outbreak across areas of eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, and southwestern Missouri. Our atmospheric profile in terms of wind profiles throughout the atmosphere is very strong across this area here. In yellow, that is a 10% risk, as well as denoting this hatched area is our SIG-1 risk. That's a conditional intensity group, meaning that we could see EF2 tornadoes across anywhere in this hatching from Dallas, Texas, all the way up into western Michigan. And that's not the only threat that we're going to be seeing on Friday. An all hazards risk day. Here's our strong wind outlook, showcasing a 15% chance of strong winds. And in this hatched area, that is an area that could see hurricane force wind gusts embedded within these thunderstorms here, 74 miles an hour or greater, our expected wind gusts. And again, another large hail outlook for Friday, a 30% risk in that enhanced risk area, and anywhere in this hatched area is an area that could see 2-inch diameter hail. hail. But not the last of our severe weather risk days. As we go into this weekend, we start to involve Pennsylvania in a severe weather risk, a level 2 out of 5 slight risk across areas of the western portion of the Commonwealth and down into the Appalachian Spine. Another level 2 out of 5 slight risk down into Texas and the southern Mississippi River Valley. A level 1 out of 5 marginal risk extending from the delta of the Mississippi all the way up into New York. And let's take a zoom into the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, where west of the Appalachian Spine, we have this level 2 out of 5 slight risk in place. As we go across the central mountains and into areas of the capital region, we have a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk in place. And east of the capital region and basically the Interstate 81 corridor is a general thunderstorm risk. And the reason that is going to be timing. Let's time this out for you so you know what to expect for your Saturday. This is Saturday afternoon around 4 p.m. Watching severe thunderstorms moving through areas of the western half of the Commonwealth. Some rumbles and potentially especially some stronger wind gusts across areas of the Pittsburgh metropolitan area and into the northern plateau. As we get around 6 o'clock on Saturday, that's when we're expecting for these storms to start to enter central Pennsylvania and the central mountains regions from Williamsport down to Altoona and Johnstown. That's where we could see those rumbles of thunder, some strong winds embedded within that as well. And that's where we have that level 1 out of 5 marginal risk. And as this starts to move to the east, we'll eventually start to see this become a line of thunderstorms, mostly sub-severe as it gets past Harrisburg. Could see another round of some thunderstorms, some rumbles, and some downpours across western Pennsylvania as we go throughout the evening on Saturday. And eventually this all starts to move out throughout the evening on Saturday and start to diminish in intensity as you get towards Philadelphia. But another active severe weather day across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the first one we've had in a while here on Saturday. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Filippo. Definitely a dangerous night of weather ahead, and even more as we head throughout the day tomorrow and throughout the weekend. All righty, everybody, we'll be back after this short break.